Last lesson, in the last little video thing, we defined a few pure functional components, what these homies are right here. We call them pure functional components again because all they are is a function. They don't do anything special. They just return some HTML looking stuff that we call JSX. Now in this video, we're gonna show you how React allows us to use JavaScript inside the JSX to do cooler things with our components. Let's start off, also, we're gonna style this by the way, but let's just take a look at our sidebar for now before we do anything else. So here's the sidebar right here. It's not on the side, but it is a sidebar because I called it a sidebar and I gave it the class of app dash dash sidebar. And by the way, when we write our CSS, we're probably gonna write it all in here also. Ooh, you know, I don't like any of this. I'm actually just gonna delete everything here for now. Don't get mad at me. I know we're deleting a lot of stuff, but it comes for free anyway. You know what? I do this almost every time. Whenever I build an app with any kind of app building type thing, I almost always delete everything because I just want the setup done for me and then I want to customize it however I want. I'm going to leave this in right now because otherwise everything would look weird, and I think this is okay. But that's really all we need. Save. Great, nothing's changed. I feel good about this. Let's head back into the app.js. So here's our sidebar. Nothing special going on here. But since sidebar is just a function, we can do all kinds of normal JavaScript things here before we return any of the HTML. So right here, we return this function. This is the last part of our function, the return statement, which means our function call ends here, right? So before that, let's create a variable. Let's say constant title is, let's give our sidebar, instead of just saying sidebar because you'll never see that in actual application, let's call it the daily menu. Cool, so we have this variable here, this constant called title, and I've given it the value of daily menu. And so by doing that, I can actually use this variable inside my JSX. And the way you use variables inside your JSX is instead of that word sidebar, let's delete it and put some squiggly brackets in there. Now the squiggly brackets indicate we're going to use some JavaScript inside these squiggly brackets. So this is the power of JSX, is you can write normal HTML and then inside your HTML, along with a few different things that you say in class, we say class name. Does anyone know why we say class name instead of class? Want to take a guess? Sure, okay, yeah. Do you remember we had class app extends component? This is already a word that we use in JavaScript. And so having the word class in there would mess everything up. And so instead they just use the word the attribute class name. And that actually is fine with me. I have no problem with that. Sorry for that little tangent, but when you have this variable here, title, all you need to do to use it is put it inside squiggly brackets and press save. And then it should update. Cool, check it out. So now this title variable is being used inside my JSX. So I have this coffee shop with my daily menu and the main section and my copyright logo. Copyright logo. Yeah, you like that? That's good. I should copyright that. No? Terrible jokes? Fine. I liked it. And so great. All we've done here is we have defined an ES6 const variable and placed it in between squiggly brackets in our JSX. This is it. This is one of the most powerful pieces, in my opinion, of React's core functionality, is that you don't need to say document.getElemById, update the text content or the inner HTML. You just create a variable, put it inside squiggly brackets. Done. And if you want to change that variable at any point, you could say title equals something else, save, and it changes itself. Ta-da! Uh-oh. Oh, it's a const, my bad. If I had said let title. Excuse me. Ta-da! There we go. Now it actually took effect. But I'm going to keep it as a const. I'm just giving you an example of how we might do something like this. When we want to use JavaScript in our JSX, we just surround it with squiggly brackets. That's it. Anything you can write in normal JavaScript, you can write inside a React component. So let's add some more content. Let's make it nicer. Let's say, also, let's do some JavaScript-y stuff. Let's say const now, or right now, is equal to a new date dot toString, make it a string, and let's put that date in here also. Let's say paragraph last updated and then put some squigglies in there and the paragraph tag. And let's put the right now right there. I like to put little spaces in there sometimes. People hate it when I do this, to be honest. They hate it when I put a little space in there, but I just think it looks nice. So sue me. And now we can see that it says last updated Saturday, January 26, 2019 at 2:33 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kind of cool, right? But that, I mean, it's ugly. We can make that look nicer, couldn't we? Let's put some more JavaScript in there. Let's also add dot split every time there's a space. And let's only grab the first 5 of those things. And then let's join them back together with a space. And so now it should say last updated Saturday, January 26, 2019 at 14:34. You know what? Don't like that. Let's just say that. Last updated Saturday, January 26, 2019. Pretty nice, right? Uh-huh. I agree. I think it looks good. Cool with that? Everybody cool with that? And you don't have to call this right now. You could call this now or nonce or whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you name your variable. It's all right there. Kind of cool, right? As soon as the function runs, essentially, as soon as the sidebar function runs, it executes this JavaScript, and then it displays the result in HTML. So writing JavaScript inside your HTML might take some getting used to, but once you get the hang of doing things the React way, you can be very, very productive in making your app do whatever you want it to do. So another question you might have is, since React components are just functions, can we pass arguments to those functions? And the answer to that question is yes. And it's the next important topic in this React tutorial. So I'm gonna do that in the next video. Is that cool with y'all? Yes, it's Saturday, you wanna go home, you're tired of AP CS, I feel you. But we're learning to build apps, like who's gonna complain about getting smarter? You, okay, cool, everybody except me, I guess. Either way, that's all for now. Let's do the rest of this in the next video.